क्या है पुकिन भैया? फिर आगे अपन ये मैच खत्म नहीं हुए क्या? करता ही नहीं हूँ तो कहाँ से खत्म होंगे? एक मैच डेली होता है।
Good evening.
Interesting call to bat first. Looking at the pitch, it seems a strange decision. You'd have to be very confident in your batting lineup.
These two teams always produce some great games as we see some of the key players come out onto the ground. It's a fantastic crowd in today. It's an evenly poised matchup. Let's see what happens first ball.
हेलो क्लिप्स भाई।
Marsh, I don't think will be too happy with their bowler at the moment. Drilled that one away.
Well, you sometimes just have to stop and admire batting like that. Gets onto the front foot early, well timed.
हेलो
and
अभिजीत
four
भाई।
runs. How will he
मुंड्रो एंड
reply?
सांगा
Oh,
गया।
my, that's stuck. What a
मुंड्रो तो
catch.
गियो।
Oh, wow. Brilliant reactions and what a catch.
The trudge back to the pavilion.
आज गुजरात ने
A
पीड़ दिया भाई
disappointing
हम।
display in the end for someone with such batting skills. This one goes down.
राजस्थान ने टॉस जीत के बॉलिंग ले ली।
Oh,
ओ
great
जीत
shot.
का शॉट।
That showed great skill.
खाता चल
Lovely
5 बजे
timing.
उठना
The
है।
boundary was the only
सोच
place
रहा हूँ
that
सो
ball
ही
was
ना।
heading.
हाँ मत सो।
A strong area for them.
बढ़िया
Lifted it
ऑप्शन
up
है।
and over towards the rope. Might look to go big again here.
Goes through. It's high in the air. Fielder coming around. But it
अभिजीत
looks
तो
like it'll
अभिजीत है।
carry.
Errs on the side of
जो ना
bowling
सका कभी जीत।
slightly
हाँ
fuller
ब्रो
and
गुजरात
been
की
put
बॉलिंग
away.
यूनिट बहुत ओपी है।
Needs a dot ball.
गया।
That's a ridiculous catch.
एक ही ओवर में 2 विकेट।
An absolute screamer. Diving away to the side, taking a great catch.
As they head back to the pavilion, they'll be wishing they went about this innings a little differently. Not too much to speak of on the scoreboard.
Nicely fielded out deep on the boundary.
ये असर क्यों बनने हैं 2
Someone
शॉट मार
different
के
now to
आउट।
bowling. Brings a different set of problems. I feel it's just a matter of pitching the ball up and getting them onto the front foot. Edge,
ओहो
but it
हो
drops safely.
बच गया
Well, didn't time
जयवर्धने।
that at all, but managed to get it away to the boundary. Can he come back with a dot ball?
दोनों श्रीलंकन। संगा एंड
Lovely
महिला।
cover drive.
पैट कमिंस
Straight
माइंडसेट
to the edge
नहीं,
of the cover field.
कैप्टन अभिजीत माइंडसेट। कैप्टन तो अश्विन है, अश्विन अन्ना। गया एक और।
And out deep fine. Had to run around
मेरे
a bit and
माइंडसेट
they've got
से
to the drop of the
खेलने
ball and
लगे तो
taken a
एमपीएल
great
में 1000
catch.
देने के बाद भी
Great
एंट्री
work.
न मिले।
Held their nerve while the ball was in the air and they've taken a good catch.
What a crucial breakthrough this is. Excellent bowling to get one of the key wickets cheaply.
Brilliant diving stop. End
वाह
of the over.
इमरान।
6 runs coming from it. The Titans 22 for 3.
Another massive over of power hitting. Run rate did dip a bit though, although I don't think they'll complain much about this start.
डेंजर आ गया शहबाज अहमद, 2 विकेट लेने वाला। क्या पार्टनरशिप बनेगी? पार्ट टाइमर बहुत हैं वैसे बॉलिंग टीम के पास, पर उनको मारने के लिए बैटिंग भी होनी चाहिए।
Collects that one, simple as you like inside the ring.
ये पार्टनरशिप बने तो जीत सकता, वरना डूब गया मैच।
That's a brilliantly aggressive shot. Gets on the front foot and it's flown over the boundary.
क्लासी राहुल। पार्ट टाइमर के एंड तक टिकना पड़ेगा बैट्समैन को। बेथल, टिम डेविड, लिविंगस्टन वगैरह सब खेल रहे हैं लगता है। ओ बच गया, राहुल बच गया भाई, पैर पे लगी बॉल बैट में लगने के बाद। अभी डंडा उड़ जाता।
Malik from the Reliance end.
3 मिनट में आता, कुछ खाने को लाता। जाओ जाओ।
4 runs. They were so still at the
तब तक यहाँ
crease.
4
Just a
विकेट जाता,
slight movement forward. Fabulous shots.
काफी मजा आता।
Straight drive, mid-off will cut that one off.
Caress that nicely
गया
through the
चौका।
gap to the boundary.
Good contest here at the moment. 4 off the last ball. It'll be interesting to see how the bowler can respond. Does very well to quickly get across to this one.
जयवर्धने बिल्कुल सीधा शॉट ही खेलना है उनको। ब्रो क्या लग रहा है, आऊं के मैच में राहुल ज्यादा मारेगा या कोहली? आज के मैच में पता नहीं, कोहली तो पिछले मैच में भी मारा था। ओ क्लिप्स भाई आ गए गेंदबाजी कर रहे हैं।
So far, plenty of runs and plenty more if they keep it up.
Couldn't get it through the field.
लुल्ला बॉलर बन के आया, लुल्ला। इस टूर्नामेंट में 2 लुल्ले बॉलर रहेंगे, एक क्लिप्स और दूसरा,
Great shot.
अरे क्लिप्स के पीछे तो डीके लिखा हुआ है, नाम चेंज करना पड़ेगा। दूसरा शशि। एक दाएं हाथ से लुल्ला, एक बाएं हाथ से लुल्ला। हाथ में केकड़ा घुस गया।
Great shot. Just stepped inside the line and flick of the wrist, and that'll run out to the boundary.
Doesn't even wait to see if the ball's going to do anything. Onto the front foot, punches it away to the boundary.
ओहो गया,
He's missed the lot.
जयवर्धन ने गया भाई,
They go
बाहर
up here,
निकलने की
but might have
गलती।
pitched a bit short. I think we'll have to wait and see what the
खत्म,
umpire says.
टाटा बाय बाय।
This innings just cut short before it really flourished. It really looked like it'd be moving on to a big, big score, but not to be.
Straight to the fielder. 5 runs added in the over. The Titans are 42 for 4.
उमेश
These two
यादव।
enjoy batting together, and it shows. They've used the pace off the ball and bludgeoned it when needed.
The right-arm pace bowler is coming into the attack from the Reliance end.
बचे हुए प्लेयर से बनी हुई टीम से अगर हार गए अभिजीत भाई तो क्या ही बोलूँगा।
Great shot, rode the ball up with him and cut through point.
A fantastic
पर ये तो होता ही है
shot.
गेम में।
Gets forward, head over the ball, smashes it away.
Was quick onto that in the infield.
लॉर्ड शार्दुल ठाकुर रियल लाइफ एग्जांपल, आप तो जानते हो मैं कितना दानवीर हूँ, जीतने देता हूँ मैच। वाह वाह।
Doesn't beat the infield. Pulled away, but straight to square leg. Yadav has finished off a tidy over there. Nothing to show for it, but will be well pleased nevertheless.
The captain now has 3 more fielders to work with outside the circle.
संजीव गोयनका बन के घुसना पड़ेगा या तो मेरे को कैप्टन के घर में।
That's huge. That's a biggie. It is out of here. Absolutely smoked off the bat.
Just missed the line. Not the worst delivery, but that was dispatched with interest. Everyone just watched
कोई
that
पार्ट
in
टाइमर
awe.
आने वाला है, देखो कौन आता। केएल राहुल को गुस्सा आ गया गोयनका सुन के। ब्रो नुवान, तुषारा, पथराना और मलिंगा ने आपको क्या डिफरेंस लगता है? एक्शन तो लगभग सेम ही है। मलिंगा का यॉर्कर ज़्यादा सटीक है, फिर पथिराना। तुषारा का बॉलिंग इतना देखा नहीं। पार्ट टाइमर भी रन खाता है पर विकेट ले लेता। हाँ ये तो है।
Lovely cover drive, straight to the extra cover fielder. 10 runs added there. The Titans are 57 for 4.
पार्ट टाइमर जब 19-20 ओवर में आते हैं ना तब मजा आता है, तब 6 छक्के भी पड़ते हैं उनको।
Setup for a strong finish.
Can't get that outside the ring field.
पार्ट टाइमर भी बत्ती लगा दिया था एक बार। मेरी अभय का लिविंगस्टन और गेल। लिविंगस्टन भी है भाई इस टीम में, गेल तो एक्सपर्ट के पास है।
Massive outside edge. Let's just see if they can get that ball up into the slot as before. It's so crucial. You've got to follow up that last delivery and keep the batter under pressure. Thick edge.
यहाँ से पार्टनरशिप हो जाए तो अच्छा है।
Just got to follow up that last delivery. Found the edge, but
बॉलिंग
no
खतरनाक हो
reward,
रही है।
putting pressure on the
रन
batter.
रेट 7.66।
Well, that's a
इस
waste
बार
of a
गलत लाइन पे
delivery.
फेंका
Absolutely no
फिर।
trouble getting onto it and
लो
dispatching
भाई
it
पार्ट
for
टाइमर आ
six.
गया बेथल।
9 runs added in that over. The Titans are 66 for 4. This bowler knows how to give the ball an almighty tweak. Let's see how they go.
The gap was left open for them and they were happy to oblige. Picked it early, got into position well and punched it to the boundary.
Cuts that off well in the infield.
गुस्सा आ गया बैतल भाई।
Edged. Time to follow up after such a great delivery. Pitch it on a length is obviously the way to go. Huge. That has flown.
Hit that so hard.
आज 10 तारीख है, आज
Forward,
अपडेट
got the
आएगा
ball
गेम में,
shape
देखते
right
हैं
and launched
गेम में
it.
क्या क्या होता है। प्रो टीम आने वाली मैंने सुना, जिसमें सचिन लोग रहेंगे। और क्या अपडेट आता है
Finds the
देखते
fielder
हैं।
with that shot.
आईपीएल की न्यू जर्सी वगैरह आती हैं या नहीं, कौन कौन से और प्लेयर लाइसेंस होते हैं, चेन्नई भी लाइसेंस होने वाली है तो वो इस अपडेट में आती है या नहीं, ये सब देखना काफ़ी एक्साइटेड होने वाला है आज के अपडेट
11
में।
runs added there.
अभी
The
सुबह जल्दी उठना
Titans
है, फिर शादी
77
में
for 4.
जाना है बाहर।
The right arm
अच्छा
medium
बढ़िया है
bowler is
फिर तो।
coming into the attack from the Reliance end. Out. Good catch.
भर गए दिन, भर गए दिन,
Caught right
मार्श
on
को
the
दे दी
boundary.
विकेट।
Starting to get interesting now. That's the 5th wicket and a very
गिब्स भाई भग गए
frustrated
क्या?
person is heading back to the pavilion.
बोला वैसे ही गया। अब कुछ नहीं हो सकता इस टीम का। विकेट नहीं गिरेंगे तो 200 बन जाएंगे। तो बना लो, पर विकेट तो गिर ही जाते हैं। दिन हो गया दिन, ढल गई शाम, जाने दो जाना है अभी अभी, अभी अभी तो जाना है। किस्मत हो तो क्या करे।
It's the end of the over. 2 runs added. The Titans are 79 for 5.
राहुल भाई यहाँ ऑरेंज कैप जिता दो।
Ticking the scoreboard over really nicely at the moment.
एंड के टाइम पे पार्ट टाइमर आते हैं तो ज़्यादा मारते हैं ये।
Great shot.
Threaded it through brilliantly. All timing on that shot.
That last ball isn't something you want to repeat of. You don't want to be giving away easy runs. Nice shot, but straight to gully. Some well-targeted bowling in that over. Certainly something to build on.
They've got busy working the ball around and hitting boundaries in between. It's a good setup for a strong finish.
Huge edge. That's a strong appeal. What's the umpire's decision? Time to keep the pressure on now. Great ball, that last one, to find the edge. It's just a case of finding the same spot. Great shot through the gap.
लिविंगस्टन भी आ जाए तो मज़ा आ जाए। अरे बहुत हैं इसमें, लिविंगस्टन है, टिम डेविड है, बेथल है, ड्रायल मिचेल है, ये तो खेल ही रहे हैं।
Bang.
डंडा
Oh, just stunning bowling.
बताओ, मिचेल मार्स ने ये हाल कर रखा
Never
है।
really looked
ये
comfortable,
प्लेयर
and now they
अनसोल्ड
have
था,
to
बताओ।
start the long walk back.
That's gone for
बॉलर
6.
लिए
That
ही
is
क्यों
a
इसने
huge
फिर।
one. Bopara wants plenty from these bowlers.
That's just a textbook 6. Timed well, under the ball, and it flew to the boundary. Awesome power.
बच्चे कुछ अनसोल्ड भी पहन के जा रहे हैं।
Lovely cover drive, but straight to the extra cover fielder. Crack! Head was completely still, and they've struck that hard, high, and long for 6.
Managed to get onto the front foot
वो
early,
पारा
and
भी
just incredible
अनसोल्ड था
power to
भाई,
loft that
तो भी
over
कर
the
दो
boundary.
कुछ।
The right armour is coming on to bowl from the pavilion end. Edged it. Winds up but misses. Looks like they went a bit too early on that shot.
ये नल्लों से कुछ नहीं होगा।
And safely taken by the keeper.
वो पारा भी गया।
Gone. Catches win matches, and
Ashwin
that is
Anna.
a beauty.
They find themselves 7 wickets down. It's about now. You need someone to stand up and stick around at the crease.
Square cut, finds point, no run. End of the over, 1 from it. The Titans are 103 for 7.
Been some really good overs strung together. They've taken some risks, along with some good running. A very good total is on the way.
एक और नया सीजन और एक और बार मेरी बेइज्जती। अभी तो प्रैक्टिस मैच है। वैसे आपके ही होम ग्राउंड में हो रहा है, गुजरात में नरेंद्र मोदी स्टेडियम पे। जहां पर इंडिया वर्ल्ड कप फाइनल हारी थी। केएल राहुल टिके थे वहां पे। ब्रो अपडेट देखो आया और नहीं। अभी कहाँ आएगा, कल आएगा ब्रो। रॉबिन भाई कल मतलब आज ही आएगा, बट दिन में आएगा, अभी रात में नहीं आएगा।
Collects that one, simple as you like inside the ring.
ब्रो 10 को बोला था। हाँ तो मैं 10 की बात कर रहा। इंडिया तो फिर भी 10 मैच जीत के हारी थी, यहाँ तो 10 सीजन से ज़्यादा हो गए। बात तो सही है, लेकिन आप भी तो मैच जीत के ही हारोगे सीजन। 10 तारीख को दिन में आएगा भाई, अभी रात में नहीं आएगा।
Too straight. It's just been helped on its way for a maximum. Fine shot there.
Well, that's what you pay your
मैं भी
entrance money
excited
for.
हूँ
It's
न्यू
flown into the crowd. A brilliant shot off the front foot.
अपडेट में
No need to
क्या
move.
चेंजेस होंगे। प्रो टीम का सुन रहा हूँ यार, ये प्रो टीम में क्या क्या आएंगे, सचिन वचिन लाइसेंस होंगे क्या? राहुल अकेला संभाल रहा, कमाल लाजवाब राहुल। अबे पार्ट टाइमर भाई लोग आ जाओ जल्दी, यहाँ आउट हो जाऊंगा मैं।
Textbook pull shot. Any youngsters watching, look at this. Power and
ये
control.
तो बढ़िया बात है।
Phenomenal shot.
क्लासी राहुल।
Couldn't get it through the field. Now the batter's made a bit of a meal of that delivery.
अन्ना बस आउट मत होना, स्ट्राइक रोटेट कर दो।
Glanced away nicely, but fine short, fine leg. End of the over. 7 off it. The Titans are 119 for 7.
शहबाज अहमद आ गया भाई।
Orthodox bowlers coming into the attack from the Reliance end.
ओ हो।
One to get for 50.
Clever shot, moved across the line of the ball and just clipped it away. Fine leg won't stop that.
That was a boundary the moment the
50.
ball left the bat. Can't time that any better. Perfection. A good innings, that's 50. A simple raise of the bats. Thumbs up to their batting partner and they're ready to go again. There was a gap there and pulled
अकेले
away
संभाला
with
भाई ने।
conviction to the boundary. Bowler needs to tighten up a bit.
That's gone for 6. That is a huge one. KL Rahul. It's plenty from these bowlers.
Well, enough leverage there to get a good swing of the arms under it to get it over the rope.
Everyone's gone up. Malik into the attack now from the pavilion end. Oh, wow. That is out of here. That could be out of the ground.
Well, that was a slower ball, but didn't fool anyone. Got the timing just right. Beautiful shot.
Big edge. Where's that going? Ashwin has gotten the big shot away this over. Now they can focus on playing the next ball on its merits. Into the gap and finds the boundary. Wonderful shot.
इस ओवर में तो अश्विन ने ही रन मार
Didn't
दिए।
time that at all,
150
but
भी हो
managed
गया।
to get it away to the boundary. Might look to go big again here.
3 ओवर पार्ट टाइम नहीं करेंगे, अभी शहबाज अहमद डालेगा अंतिम ओवर अपना।
Beats the outside edge. Good bowling there.
शहबाज अहमद में तो रन आ
That's the
सकते हैं।
over. The Titans are
अरे
150
लुल्ला आ
for
गया।
7.
Been some really good overs strung together. They've taken some risks along with some good running. A very good total is on the way.
Lovely cover drive, straight to the extra cover fielder.
भाई 2 ओवर डालेगा क्लिप्स, 18वां डाल रहा है, फिर 20वां डालेगा। नींद आ रही है बहुत जोर की।
No, 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 terrible shot.
अश्विन दे दे स्ट्राइक, बहुत मार लिया तूने।
Swept away but finds the fielder.
And that brings up the 50 partnership for these two.
नमस्ते पाजान।
Nicely fielded out deep on the boundary.
क्लिप्स को रन नहीं पड़े भाई। क्लिप्स ये क्या एक्शन है, ये लुल्ला।
153 for 7.
इस टूर्नामेंट में 2 लुल्ले वालर रहेंगे, क्लिप्स और शशि भूषण, एक दाएं हाथ से एक बाएं हाथ से। ये ओवर तो गया।
2 straight. It's just been helped.
20वां भी क्लिप्स डालने आएगा।
Fine shot there.
Well, that ball has been hit. It's
मोहित वाला
flown
एक्शन,
into the
yes।
crowd. To get that much power coming forward onto the front foot is just ridiculous.
Goes again. This one's even better than the last. 2 maximums in a row.
हर बॉल के साथ
Give that much width and you are asking for trouble. That was so well timed. It flew
स्प्रे
over
लेके
the
आओ भाई,
boundary.
नेक्स्ट ओवर पिटेगा वो,
How
क्योंकि
will
ये
he
वाला
reply?
अच्छा गया। तीनों ही अच्छे गए उसके अभी तक।
And another big one. That's 3 maximums in a row. Good catch in the crowd too.
We've seen some brilliant
खेल दिया
batting so
उमरान मलिक
far.
को तो।
Not long before they'll get to 100 with shots like that.
That's high. Is there enough on it? There is. Add that maximum to the scoreboard. Thank you very much.
Well, that was just textbook. Finds the space and power to lift that ball over the top, and it just keeps going.
Huge shot.
5
That's
छक्के।
a massive shot. Just incredible.
That's just silly. The power on that shot is incredible. That's the sort of shot you want to see at a cricket match.
Onto that early.
क्या
That could be
तक।
4.
Yeah, too wide.
34 रन
It was
इस
there
ओवर
to
से।
be hit, and it was really given the treatment. Lovely bit
प्रैक्टिस
of
मैच में
batting,
100
the
मार दिया
century
केएल
comes up,
राहुल ने।
and really that has been a
शरद को
well-controlled
सजेस्ट
innings. Hasn't
की
given the
गई
bowlers much of a
ओपनिंग
chance,
चल रही,
that's for
मेरी
sure.
खुद की जो खुद को सजेस्ट किया वो।
Too
ओ
good.
भाई
That
लुल्ले को पेल
is
दिया।
huge.
Well, that's a waste of a
अश्विन
delivery.
अन्ना रे।
Absolutely no trouble getting onto it and dispatching it for 6.
200 बन गए भाई।
Saw that early. No one's catching that. That's a great shot.
Errs on the side of bowling slightly
चौका।
fuller, and they've been put away.
एज
Can
भी
he come
स्पिनर है,
back with a
लुल्ला
dot
नहीं
ball?
टिकेगा।
Over the infield.
एक और
with a
चौका।
cracking shot.
बन गया
Just
201 रन। अब
can't
क्या
hit it
लोगे
any
बताओ,
better than that. Beautiful
इतनी
shot.
जल्दी विकेट गंवाने
No
के बाद
chance at
भी
all for the fielders.
200 रन पहुंच गए।
No interest on that occasion to play at the ball.
100 रन की पार्टनरशिप। 102 पे 7 विकेट थे, 202 पे 7 विकेट।
Power and precision in that shot.
Can't hit the ball
अश्विन
much
भी
better than
ऑलराउंडर बन गया
that.
मेरे
Timed
लिए,
it to
जैसे
perfection.
मेरी किस्मत से देख के।
How will the bowler respond?
अश्विन के पास तो बैटिंग स्किल है ही। कल ट्रेलर आ रहा, भूल चूक माफ। आज अपडेट आएगा क्रिकेट 24 का दिन में 10 तारीख को। देखते हैं क्या नया होता है। आईपीएल की जर्सी देते हैं, सीएसके
Good shot.
ऑफिशियल
A beauty.
आती है, लाइसेंस
Just missed the line.
प्रो टीम
Not
आती
the
है
worst
कि नहीं
delivery,
आती
but
है,
that was dispatched
पता
with
नहीं क्या होगा।
interest. Everyone just watched that in awe.
And that's the end of the innings. Hyderabad have been set a target of 214 runs. Straight drive,
चलो,
mid
good
off,
total.
cut that one off. Glanced away nicely, but fine short, fine leg.
हो गया दिन
Now, great
कुलदीप और
opportunity to
अश्विन
prove
की
the
जोड़ी
critics wrong. Certainly needs to build an innings for the team.
ओ भाई कैच
Massive
छूटा
outside edge.
पता नहीं कैच था भी कि नहीं था देखेंगे भाई देखेंगे क्या हुआ ओ ओ ओ हो पहली टिप आ गई 214 बन गया वाह
Got to
प्लीज
follow up
भाई
that
आपने
last
बताया नहीं
delivery. Found
आपका
the edge,
एक
but no reward. But putting pressure
पूरे
on the
टूर्नामेंट
batter.
के लिए कैप्टन कौन रहेगा और वाइस कैप्टन रहेगा लास्ट टाइम बता दो मुझे
That's a strong appeal. What's the umpire's decision? Nice shot. Pierces the infield.
4 runs.
Lineup
They're
में
so
लिखा
still
तो
at the
था
crease. Just a slight movement forward. Fabulous shot.
अरे मैं क्लिप से पूछ
6
रहा हूँ
runs
आप
out
क्यों
of
जवाब दे
there.
रहे हैं
Hyderabad are 6 for none. The left arm unorthodox bowler is coming into the attack from the Reliance end.
Nearly got through them, just got onto it in time, and with enough bat speed to pick up 4.
आपसे नहीं पूछ रहा हूँ आपका तो हो गया जो हो गया अभी तो मैं क्लिप से पूछ रहा
And
गया
straight to deep
एक हाथ से
wicket.
कैच
Easy
पकड़ा
catch
भाई
in the end.
रवि
Have to
बोपारा
really
ने
move it all. Oh, great work. Held their nerve while the ball was in the air, and they've taken a good catch. The field will come up now, you'd think. Pressure should be on as the new batter strides to the middle. They'll be looking for another
तो
quick wicket.
मुझसे क्यों नहीं
It
पूछ
just
रहे
looks
पूछना
so
प्लीज
easy.
नहीं
Gets onto the front
आपका
foot
तो हो
and
गया जो होना
eases through the ball. They can just stand and admire that shot.
Smacks that away through the gap.
That is a masterclass of batting. Reads the length, gets forward, and dispatches it to the boundary.
Lovely cover drive, but straight to the extra cover fielder. End of a high-scoring over. Beautiful batting. After hitting the boundary that many times, there's high confidence out in the middle. The left-arm pace bowler is coming into the attack from the pavilion end.
फैंटेसी खेल खेल के वाइस कैप्टन बनाने का आइडिया आ गया नहीं ये तो पिछले सीजन ही था बस पिछले सीजन सबसे महंगा नहीं था कुछ
Time
लोगों
to
ने
keep
दिया
the
था
pressure on now. Great ball, that last one to find the edge. It's just a case of finding the same spot. Pulled away. but
अक्षत का
straight
वाइस
to
कैप्टन
square
पिछले
leg.
सीजन सुनील नारायण था मेरा सौरभ गांगुली था बॉलिंग तो बड़ी अच्छी है यार कपिल देव भी है
Was quick onto that in the infield.
बोपारा का कंफ्यूजन है प्योर ऑलराउंडर है बैटिंग बोपारा का देखना पड़ेगा
Great shot. Gets a hold of that
प्योर ही
and
होगा
places
मेरे
it
ख्याल
through
से
square leg.
Doesn't worry about going down the ground with a 4 square of the wicket.
End of the over. 8 off it. Hyderabad are 26 for 1. Square cut. Finds point. No run. Onto that early, that could be
कुलदीप
four.
मेरी टीम का
Doesn't
दीपक है
even wait to
तू
see if the
लाल।
ball's going to do anything. Onto the front foot, punches it away to the boundary.
Can't get that outside the ring field.
That showed great skill, lovely timing. The boundary was the only place that ball was heading.
Nice shot, but straight to gully. End of the over. 8 runs coming from it. Hyderabad, a 34 for 1. Going with pace now.
Is coming into the attack.
Well, now that could be out. Out of the ground. That's a tremendous shot. Just sailed away.
Too much width, really. They're only asking for that to be hammered into the stands, and that is exactly what's happened.
Finds the fielder with that shot. Edge, but it drops safely. Time to follow up after such a great delivery. Pitch it on a length is obviously the way to go. Doesn't beat the infield. Misses everything. End of the over. 6 runs coming from it. Hyderabad, a 40 for 1. A new bowler is coming into the attack. Goes over the top with that shot. Oh, now then, that's high in the air. Batters should get a few here.
Well, the shorter ball doesn't work here. Rode the bounce well and eased it over the top for 6 runs.
Tried something a bit different last delivery, and the captain shouldn't mind that too much. If they get it right, they just might get that wicket. Collects that one, simple as you like inside the ring.
Still honing in on their lines. The batter happy to let it go through.
Couldn't get it through the field. Oh my, that's just flown off the middle.
That's just a brilliantly aggressive shot. Gets onto the front foot and it's flown over the boundary.
And that ends the power play. The captain with a bit more freedom in the field now. Perfectly timed. A nice glance off the pads. No stopping that one.
Well, what a lovely shot. It flew to the boundary. That's clearly not the type of delivery to be bowling here.
I didn't feel there was too much wrong with that last delivery. They just need to keep the ball in the right areas and the rewards will come.
Those runs bring up the 50 partnership between these two.
Finds the edge. Let's just see if they can get that ball up into the slot as before. It's so crucial. You've got to follow up that last delivery and keep the batter under pressure. It's going a long way. What a shot.
Just a little bit of room given and the power was immense. That's flown over the boundary.
End of the over. Hyderabad a 66 for 1.
They've got busy working the ball around and hitting boundaries in between. It's a good setup for a strong finish. A little bit of wobble on that ball. It's safely taken by the keeper. Not enough on it to entice a shot though.
Nice shot, but straight to gully. Cuts that off well in the infield. Oh, I thought that was passing, but a fantastic dive to cut it off. Drive straight down the ground, mid-on will collect that one though. Beats the cover fielder. Nice shot. Five runs added in the over. Hyderabad a 71 for 1. Ashwin, the spinner, coming into the attack.
Obviously didn't like the look of that one and just ignored it.
Oh boy, that's a maximum. I want to know how far that's gone. Came right off the meat of the bat.
Just missed the line. Not the worst delivery, but that was dispatched with interest. Everyone just watched that gnaw. Lovely shot. Gets on the drive and just powers that one over the boundary. Wonderful timing.
Does very well to quickly get across to this one. Really playing all their shots that over. Very expensive. Bapara from the Reliance end. Beats the outside edge. Good bowling there. Onto the front foot. Super shot. Should be 4.
That was a boundary the moment the ball left the bat. Can't time that any better. Perfection.
Lovely cover drive, but straight to the extra cover fielder. Whipped off the legs and away goes the ball. Fine leg, no chance. And a great catch in the crowd.
A good innings, that's 50. A simple raise of the bats. Thumbs up to their batting partner and they're ready to go again.
The right arm medium bowler is coming on to bowl from the pavilion end. Huge edge. That is huge, enormous, massive, gigantic. Take your pick.
Well, that ball has been hit. It's flown into the crowd. To get that much power coming forward onto the front foot is just ridiculous.
Driven on the onside, but straight to mid-wicket. Really wound up for that. Ball seemed to come onto the bat quicker than he thought. End of the over. 8 off it. Hyderabad are 104 for 1.
They've got busy working the ball around and hitting boundaries in between. It's a good setup for a strong finish.
Oh, that's been heaved away and punished over the rope. That's a brute of a maximum.
Just a little bit of room and the power was immense. It's flown over the boundary.
Drive straight down the ground. Mid-on will collect that one, though. Mightn't get to the boundary. They should get at least a couple. 9 runs added in that over. Hyderabad, 113 for 1. Bapara, the right armour, is coming into the attack from the pavilion end. Crack! Head was completely still and they've struck that hard, high and long for 6.
Just missed the line. Not the worst delivery, but that was dispatched with interest. Everyone just watched that in awe.
Massive outside edge. Just got to follow up that last delivery. Found the edge, but no reward, but putting pressure on the batter. Oh, outside edge, but it'll be safe and another boundary. The bowler is in disbelief on that one. Boundary last delivery. Is that the sign they're trying to push the run rate? Nice shot, pierces the infield.
Helped on its way, really. Pivoted onto the back foot and lofted it all the way. Needs a dot ball.
Straight to the fielder. Smashed all over the park. I wonder if the captain will stick with them.
130 for 1.
Ashwin from the Reliance end. Lovely cover drive, but straight to the extra cover fielder. That's got a flight number attached to it. That ball has gone a long, long way.
Well, enough leverage there to get a good swing of the arms under it to get it over the rope. How will he reply?
Was quick onto that in the infield. Thick edge. Time to keep the pressure on now. Great ball, that last one, to find the edge. It's just a case of finding the same spot. Oh my, that's just flown off the middle.
You give that much width and you are asking for trouble. That was so well timed, it flew over the boundary.
Can't get that outside the ring field. A big one, 12 runs out of there. Hyderabad are 142 for 1.
They had a great foundation early on and they've carried it forward to make a big total.
Good footwork behind the stumps, taking it cleanly. No interest, though, from the batter.
And what a strike that is, right into the slot. Great timing and balance. It'll be a maximum.
Just a little bit of room given, and the power was immense. It's flown over the boundary.
And again, another maximum. All the fielders can do is watch as that sails deep into the crowd.
Wow! Power off the front foot, goes all the way.
Gets that away.
Came forward onto the front foot and eased it away to the boundary.
Don't need to do anything special. Line and length is the key here. Oh, that's been heaved away and punished over the rope. That's a brute of a maximum.
With shots like that, it's not going to be long before 100's up. That's a really well-timed stroke.
Finds the fielder with that shot. That's going a long way. What a shot.
Extra width gives them a free swing at the ball. Gone a long way back.
End of a high-scoring over. Beautiful batting. After hitting the boundary that many times, there's high confidence out in the middle. Oh, wow. That is out of here. That could be out of the ground.
We've seen some brilliant batting so far. Not long before they'll get to 100 with shots like that.
Huge edge. Time to follow up after such a great delivery. Pitch it on a length is obviously the way to go. Edged, unplayable.
Errs on the side of bowling slightly fuller, and they've been put away. How will the bowler respond?
Finds the edge. Well, that was a struggle, getting smacked all over the park.
They've batted really well this middle block of overs. They've had a perfect mix of precision and aggression, and their reward is to be well ahead of the required run rate.
That was a nick. It's a missed chance, and that could well be 4.
Nearly got through them, just got onto it in time, and with enough bat speed to pick up 4.
Perfectly timed.
Well, you can't fault that shot. Nicely played, and it was 4 runs all the way. Can he come back with a dot ball?
Across the stumps and a flick of the wrists. It's wide of square leg. Could be 4.
4 runs. They were so still at the crease. Just a slight movement forward. Fabulous shot.
Smacks that away through the gap.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot, and there was no point chasing that. Lovely bit of batting. The century comes up, and really that has been a well-controlled innings. Hasn't given the bowlers much of a chance, that's for sure. Might look to go big again here.
Massive outside edge. Playing all their shots in that over, a very expensive over.
Well, these middle overs have just been a constant bombardment of boundaries. The fielding captains tried everything, but nothing has worked.
It sounded good. It sounded really good. That's the maximum. It's gone 12 deep into the crowd.
That's what you pay the entrance money for. It's flown into the crowd. A brilliant shot off the front foot. No need to move.
Lovely cover drive, straight to the extra cover field.
That was a boundary the moment the ball left the bat. Can't time that any better. Perfection.
Couldn't get it through the field. Square cut, finds point, no run. Oh wow, brilliant reactions and what a catch. Tried to go over, but it's gone straight to backward point.
Well, they lose at the second wicket. It's a long way back to the sheds, and you can tell they're not happy with that dismissal.
Edged. Let's just see if they can get that ball up into the slot as before. It's so crucial. You've got to follow up that last delivery and keep the batter under pressure. Drilled that one away.
Well, you never knew which way this game was going. A great finish to a super match that had everything.
That's the end of our broadcast for now. Hope you enjoyed the match and join us again real soon.